Good evening. Today we are going to discuss the Altman Z-score model, which is a model, it's a quantitative model to determine the corporate failure. So the Ian Altman, professor and vice director of the New York University Solomon Center, is recognized authority on predicting corporate failure. He is founding father of the statistical technique to predict corporate failure. That is the Altman Z-score model. So the Z-score model, a formula consists with actually five number of key financial ratios and each ratio given a weight. It's the formula itself given a weight. The formula produces score from the ratios. This model will use historical financial data and multiply discriminant analysis. Is commonly used in statistical methods. So you can see the here is the Altman Z-score formula. Right here we have specific weightages 0.012 plus something like that, because those are constant, the beta values, because the here you can see the weightage is given, so you want to remember those stuff. And the x1 in the sense working capital to total assets, x2 return earning to total asset, x3 EBITDA, so not EBITDA, earnings before interest and tax, EBIT divided by total asset. X4, market value of equity divided by total debts. X5 means sales to the total assets. So, because the interpretation, ultimately, if our calculated Altman Z value is greater than 2.9 and above, no imminent danger, the collapse is unlikely. If the Z score is fallen between 1.81 to 2.98, it's careful range. If it is below 1.80, it is collapsed. The bankruptcy is likely. Because here, though, so now we are going to discuss that is a theoretical idea. So we are going to discuss one of the past paper. So you can see which is a project performance management paper in 2017-18 academic year. So in the latter part, let me, if I go to the question number 4, it has given a 9 mark. Actually, it's a significant mark. Calculate the Altman Z score and comment on the results. So you can see working capital means current asset minus current liabilities. In this case, I'm using a Excel. Current assets are 10,200. So you can see current assets. I'm writing here 10,200 plus 1,000. I will put here current liabilities. Current liabilities are, you can see here, 5,400 plus 1,800. So the total, so the working capital, net working capital means current asset minus current liabilities, 4,000 working capital. So right, it's clear, right? So the first of all, the formula is working capital divided by X. So if we calculate X1 here, working capital means 4,000 divided by total assets means how much? Total asset 41,800. That is 0.10. Right? X2, X2 here you can see retain earnings divided by total asset. Return earnings here in the balance sheet or the statement of financial position, you can see return earning. Here 8,600 divided by total assets means 41,800. X3, now we are going to calculate X3. X3 is how, what is the X3? Earnings before interest and tax divided by total asset. EBIT, earnings before tax, you have 3,400 plus, because my profit before tax is there, finance cost you want to add back, divided by total assets, divided by here 41,800. X4, X4, you can see here. Market value of the equity divided by total liabilities. Market value here, you can see per share it's 1.50 into number of shares, one each means share also 15,000. It means 15,000 multiplied by 1.50 divided by total liabilities means current liabilities plus the loan note 7,200 plus 800, 8,000, not 800. That is this much. Yes, it's correct, right? Okay, cool. Then now finally we have X5. X5 means sales divided by total assets. Sales means here in the P&L, 56,000. 56,000 divided by 41,800, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So you can see you have calculated those values. Now it's duty to have a solid calculation, a cool calculation. It is not that much hard. You want to plug the values into the weightage. Let's say 1.2, 1.4, 3.3, 0.6, 1.0. Actually, it's 1. Then you want to multiply the relevant value with the beta values. Then you can get the answer. Here, the sum of this is the Z value. Yeah, this is the Z value. Altman Z value. So based on that findings, you can easily get the 9 marks easily. So the interpretation is there. So you want to calculate the ultimate Z2 and comment the results. The interpretation, if it is greater than 2.99 and above, no imminent danger. Between 1.81 to 2.98, carefully. Below 1.80, it's collapse. So based on this, it is 2.96. It means it is between this range. It's careful attention is needed. And company need to increase their what working capital and return earning, EBIT, and the sales in order to increase the EZ's value more. That is the end of the session, and thank you all.